Hello there all YouTubies and tubettes, and welcome back to Retrospects. And what a dramatic pose there, Spexxy. That is awesome. Look at those buttons on your gloves. You're looking awesome there, mate. Absolutely awesome. And I tell you what else is looking awesome. The fact that you are sitting on top of a pole, that's always pretty cool. And the Clifftop base down there, which actually looks quite tiny from way up here, doesn't it? But I have to tell you that the Clifftop base is now finished. I am not building any more to this because the world is starting to become very laggy, and therefore I have to call it a day on the Clifftop base. I will show you around it. I think I can say it's definitely finished, and I can move on to another project. So first of all, I'll explain how I got up here. If anybody is wondering, I'll just jump down and show you how I did that quickly. Oh, and I didn't go through the ground, so that's cool. Let's bring up the lift. And I have, just a second, I have a tower, which you may remember I used in my rocket one from my Apollo 11. It stood next to the rocket. Well, I saved it, and obviously now I can use it if I want to climb heights to get to things or to build. I just place this where I want it, so let's put it next to the tower. I can drop it off the lift for a second. I can then jump up here. Oh, listen to that flushing sound. Isn't it amazing? So, and then if I jump off here, I should be able to. Can I reach it from here? Maybe the next one up. Let's try. Jump off here. Oh. And into the seat. So, the tower's obviously over there now, and I'm in the seat. That's fantastic. But this little platform in front of me doesn't just stop me from falling off, although it does do that. It also acts as somewhere to put a lift. So, once I'm up here, I can place the lift. So, if I can do that, that means I can grab that. Oh, let's get rid of that lift first. It means I can place that on here. And then delete it from my world. And that is how I got up here. So there you go. That is explained. I hope that you like that. I will put the scaffold tower into the workshop just in case anyone wants to use that to climb up for the large builds. It does make things quite easy. It could probably do with a few platforms going around it, so you've got something to walk around on, but otherwise it is pretty good. I've been using it quite a lot. So let's quickly jump down and show you what else I've got. Now, there's something over here, or there's two somethings over here. Let me just get rid of my stuff out of here. I don't want to actually place any blocks or do any harm to anything, so let's get rid of those. I shouldn't need any of this, to be fair. Okay. So, over here we have to build. Now, there was a momentous occasion that happened last week. I hit 500 subs, and that is thanks to you guys. Absolutely brilliant. The channel is doing fantastic, and I cannot thank you enough. Everything is going great, and I'm loving it. I did collaboration with Komodo and Diesel and Yield, which went down really well. I obviously made my Apollo mission. Things have gone really well. I have gone over 500. In fact, I am over 600 at the moment. I'm a little bit late getting this video out. However, this is in celebration for 500 subs. It is my version, or this one is, my version of the Marmon Wasp, which was the first ever winner of the Indy, guess it, 500. So for 500 subs, the Indy 500, this is the Marmon Wasp, or as near as I could get it. It does use the Grego mod. I will include a download in the workshop for those of you who want to try it out, but you will need the mod to play it. I have had to put a suspension glitch steering in there because these wheels don't hold a lot of traction on the floor, and it doesn't even turn that well even now. So as you can see, it is quite quick, but yeah. Oh, that's a little something special if I cannot turn it on its head. Someone did comment that it does kind of look a little bit like a banana. So either you can call them the Marmon Wasps or you can call them banana cars. I don't mind either way. They are yours to play with, and they'll be in the workshop. I will take this one off for a second to reduce a little bit of lag. Let's delete him out for a second. There we go. And let's get back to the base and see the other one. Well, you know me. I can't leave something alone. So I made the normal version, but then I thought, well, what if I soup this up? And I have made almost a monster truck. It's like a monster drag, if you like. It's got big wheels at the back. It's pushing it forward, the smaller wheels at the front. It's kind of like a drag car monster truck Marmon Wasp. It is a lot better than the other one. It drives really well, and it does kind of jump a bit, and it does steer well. Again, it's got the suspension glitch in there for the steering, and again, I shall be including this in the downloads or on the workshop for you to try out. Also, I won't include it in the world that I save, so it will just be in the workshop. I won't leave it on here because it will just create a little bit of lag. So let's jump out of there. So that is in celebration of 500 subs. Thank you all so much for that. And here's to the next 500. Let's hope. I really want my channel to do well. I really want to produce great content for you guys. And I'm glad so far that you're liking what you're seeing. So thank you so much. And let's put this on a lift and then show you around what I have in the base. Delete him. So there we go. So I was asked by a few people, why don't I build a garage? And I thought, well, this base does need to reach the floor at some point, and it does need a garage. So I built one. Now, it's not the biggest garage in the world. It is quite long, but it isn't very tall. And I didn't really notice that until I went to put some cars in it. And then I realised that it wasn't as big as I thought it was. And to demonstrate that, I am going to load in, where is it? One of my favourite vehicles of all time by anybody, and it is by Otto. It is the Hot Rod. I love this build. It is fantastic. I'm going to bring it in there. Oh, there we go. And let's just show you how this garage, and this isn't the biggest car in the world, it just sneaks in by a block. So I can just get that in there, get out. Yep, it's in. But again, the lag, it's probably a little bit too much. Let's put it back on a lift out here and get that deleted out of the world for now. Safe in its workshop. Let's delete that. So there you go. So it does fit. It isn't the biggest garage in the world. So smaller vehicles definitely do fit better. As you see, I've also got Otto's V8 engine there and my super, well, the big rig engine that I made, which is kind of based on Otto's V8, as you can see, but a lot bigger. Okay, so we've seen now the front doors open. Let's just get rid of that. I've got parts all over the wall, so we've got extra wheels, we've got the glass there. I'm using the Grego mod for the alloys. What else do we have? We have this button here, which brings down that, which then enables us to get up there for extra parts. So we have other parts up here, some suspension, some boxes, some bits and bobs. There's an engine over there. Yep, there's some bits up there. Let's get back down and close that. I then have these doors here, which open out onto like a courtyard sort of area, where you can park the bigger vehicles that don't quite fit in there, but they do still get some shelter, but they don't get in the garage. So let's just shut those again. Actually, I'll leave that one open for now. And again, one of the vehicles I tested this out with, I think looked pretty cool there, was another one of my favourite builds, and a fairly recent one as well. This one is by Komodo. Where is it? The construction truck. I love this. The detail on this is fantastic. The parts in the back, I love it. The pieces of metal and the cones, the traffic cones. It's awesome. Let's get in the right seat. It would be helpful. It's me not forgetting that I'm British, so therefore I was jumping in the wrong seat. Oh. That is one thing. I am using the beta and I'm not that happy with this allocating buttons to, as you can see, it's doing it all the time and I'm not sure which button. There you go, button 3. It allocates buttons to or allocates numbers to your engines and to your thrusters, which sounds good, but in theory when you disconnect buttons it like reconnects the thrusters and the engines, and it can make like sorting your vehicles quite difficult. So again, this fits nicely under here. It's a fairly big truck, but it fits if I don't crash it into a rock. So there you go, and there again I will delete that from the world, but just to demonstrate that the garage is practical. If it doesn't fit in the garage, it can fit on there. I'm sure you're not really going to be driving anything bigger than that. I'm not going to bring my big rig in because I think that will just about kill the world that I'm in. So let's just take that out. And then let's show you around the rest of it. Now, shall I go in from the top or the bottom? I'm going to go in from the top. So bear with me. I'm going to run around here. Should have brought the frog. Should have brought the frog with me. Okay, let's just run up here. Oh, it's not far. But most of you will remember from the other videos, nothing has changed up here. The jump star is still there. We've still got the ramp. Nothing, I mean the landing bay. Nothing has changed up here really. But inside, things have changed a little. So let's just get the lift. If everything's still working well, because the bearings have started to strain a little. So things are getting a little bit wonky from time to time. But hopefully it's all going to play nice. And we will get down here and see if I can show you the rest of the base. Okay, let's wait for that. That closes. Let's open this one. Yeah, just about working. A little bit laggy, but it's just about working. Obviously, that was the way to get into Big Red. I'm not going to do it now, but you remember that from the other video. That is Big Red. Nothing has changed there. Did anything change up here? No, I didn't change anything in the toilets. No, I believe that is all as it was in the last video. Nothing has changed in this section. It is downstairs that things have got a little bit different. I have made this area here just slightly bigger because of what's underneath. But otherwise nothing's changed out there. So the next section then is down here. And if you recognise the colours already maybe, but I've kind of dedicated this room to a certain YouTuber you might know. By the colours. If you don't know him by the colours, then you might know him by this little bit of scrap that he's left there. I did, tell him to tidy up, but unfortunately he tends to leave bits of scrap around the house, and he's left one of his wheels from the Rover, along with the suspension. Thanks for that, mate. It is, of course, Diesel the Geese. It's Diesel, and Diesel Design. So this is his colours, and this is a room that I kind of dedicated to him because he's been an inspiration, I must say, for my builds that I have made. So I just wanted to sort of tag him in there. We've got a little bit of art on the wall here in the form of the 3 boots in the colours of my channel. And of course the bedroom, which has not changed since the last time. And our next room then. Again, this is dedicated to another YouTuber who has been another inspirational YouTuber to me. And I think a lot of you guys will know him and like him for what he does. And this is Komodo. It's his colours. I haven't really gone out with anything else on here. I've already shown you his truck obviously downstairs. And I've created like a little garden outdoor area for him there, so if he wants to tend to his plants. I don't know if Komodo's into all that, but he can get into all that. Look, he's got plenty of watering to do and growing to do. I don't know if he likes gardening, but it's his. And then he's also got these little plants on this lovely sort of windowed area here. I don't know what you'd call it, and they're in like little trays outside the window. So little window trays out there, pretty damn smart. And then down here we have, I'll show you that in a second. We have this room. Now, this is like my office, and it's got a radio, it's got only one office chair, it's got a computer there with, well, the best I could make, a keyboard, kind of spacebar and return it, kind of a keyboard, and of course a safe. And this was kind of a little bit similar to the Komodo one that I saw in the bank. Edited it just a little bit from that, I've just changed it slightly, but it's a similar concept because I think it works well. So the wheel turns around on the combination there, and then the arm goes down and it opens. And of course, what would you keep in a safe apart from ducks and gold? Logical really. Ducks and gold, everybody keeps them in safes. Let's shut that. And a nice piece of artwork there on the wall. A little water dispenser, no cups though, but a little water dispenser nonetheless. And another thing that was requested of me, and I didn't want to finish this world without doing this because this was something that was asked for me quite a while back. Can I make a lab? And I have made a lab. It isn't very big, but it is a laboratory nonetheless. So let's go in here, and what do we have in this laboratory? Well, we have duckies. It looks like we've been experimenting on duckies. And we have parts of farm bots. So duckies and farm bots, and you put them together, what do you get? You get duck bots. Yeah. I'm not going anywhere near that thing. Oh my god, look at it. Yeah, danger, I think that's correct. We won't want to let that out. Definitely not going to let that out. Little screens here, again. telling us all the stats and everything for this little guy who's in, well, he's not little, but this guy that's tucked away in there, and he's best left in there, I think. He's kind of menacing. So we're going to leave him alone. What have we got in the back here? We have a little kind of a boiler room and valves for the sprinkler systems and such, and the water system. Let's shut that. Oop. So what else do we have? We also have, I'm still going to leave it, I'll come back to it in a minute. We have the kitchen. Now we've gone for the aluminium sort of stainless steel, I should say. Look, we can open up the ovens. There, we've got 2 of those. We've got cupboards. I didn't put anything in them though. You can put in what you like, but I haven't put anything in them. Sorry about that, but there you go. We also have a corner cupboard, which I did manage to fit in by putting an angled piece on there. Otherwise it wouldn't open. And so we have a corner cupboard too. Again, nothing in it. And we have the stoves. I have my particles turned off at the minute, so you won't see that turn on. But there are 2 thrusters there. You can hear them. And they would be burning. But I've got my particles off. And then we've got some greenery over here. Again, I think I see something similar to this, but hanging off the ceiling in Diesel's world. Great idea. I've put it on the side there, so it looks like we're preparing some lettuce maybe, or something like that. Of course, we eat healthily around here. And then a fridge at the back to keep, obviously, your cucumbers and your carrots and onions and whatever it is that you're keeping in there. Again, all healthy food. And then shut that. So then we're on to this. I don't know why I called it LOL, but it had to be 3 letters. And the first 3 letters that came to my mind, it's an arcade machine. I was asked to build a games room or a games console, and I thought, well, an arcade machine is much better. I've got an arcade machine in real life, so I thought, why not build an arcade machine in Scrap Mechanic? Now, my arcade machine in real life isn't called LOL, but there you go. I can press this button. It just beeps. There's a fanbot head in there. You might be able to see the little red flashing light underneath his eye there. Yeah, you can see him. And, well, it's supposed to represent a joystick. There isn't much more I could do at that scale, but there you go. So that is kind of that. And then this little room just takes you back full circle. So back to the garage. It brings you down into here. So the house is now fully functional. You can get from top to bottom through all the various rooms. We have bedrooms, we have shower rooms, bathrooms, kitchen. We have everything you'd need. I don't think I'm missing anything. Well, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Most of what I was asked to build, I've tried to build. So there shouldn't be anything really missing. I'm going to move on to another project because this one I think is done and dusted. And the world, as you see, is kind of lagging out enough for me to say, let's call it a day on the Clifftop base. But it has been fun, and thanks to you guys for the suggestions that you've given me for what to build. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Of course, this will be in the downloads for you in the world file, so you can try this out, but you will need the Grego mod because it has been utilised around the area in the terms of light blocks and angled pieces, and of course the clear glass. So I will include it in the download. Also, the vehicles, remember, will be on the workshop. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, why not spank the hell out of that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe for more retro specs, and until next time, see you soon, and bye for now.